So you're running a business and it's growing. That's awesome. But you know the feeling, right? Customer info is living in one spreadsheet, sales notes are in another, and important follow-ups? Well, sometimes they just get missed. You end up feeling like you're flying blind without a clear picture of what's actually working. It's a super common problem, but it really doesn't have to be your story. Let's just break down that chaos for a second. On the left, you've got the everyday headaches. Sound familiar? Customer details all over the place, sales opportunities slipping through your fingers, and that little voice in the back of your head worrying about data security. But then, look at the right. That's the solution. And this isn't just a list of features, you know? Each one is a direct answer to a real-world problem that holds businesses back.
So, how do we get from that messy, chaotic state to one of real control? It all starts with building a central command center for your business. And that's exactly where Custofy CRM comes into the picture. It's built to be the one place you can trust for everything.
So what is Custofy, really? Well, at its heart, it's an all-in-one platform. The best way to think of it is like the central brain for your business. It connects all the dots, your customer data, your sales pipeline, your marketing, all of it into one coherent system. The whole point is to let you spend your time actually growing your business, not just trying to manage the mess. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually look like day to day? To really get it, we need to see it in action. So let's follow a day in the life of a couple of key people on the team and see how Custofy changes the game for them. We're going to look at this through two totally different lenses. First up, we've got the system admin. This is the person who needs that 30,000-foot view, you know? They need to see the health of the entire company. Then we've got the salesperson, who's down in the trenches, building relationships and closing deals. You're about to see how one single platform can serve their completely different, yet totally connected needs. Okay, let's jump into the salesperson's shoes first. For them, it's all about a clear, simple path. It all starts with capturing a new lead, then you turn that lead into a real opportunity, you convert it into a sales order, and you track that baby all the way home. And it all starts right here, adding a new customer. Now, instead of this vital info ending up on a sticky note or getting buried in an email thread, every single important detail gets captured in one structured place. This is ground zero for building good, clean, and, most importantly, actionable data. So once that person is a qualified contact, they graduate to become a formal opportunity. And this screen right here, this is the sales pipeline in living color. A salesperson can see every single deal they're working on, how much it's worth, and exactly where it is in the process. That kind of clarity is a game changer. Nothing falls through the cracks. And here's the best part, when you win the deal. The handoff from sales to billing is completely seamless. With just a few clicks, that opportunity becomes a sales order or an invoice right inside the system. This is so important because it ties your sales team's hustle directly to your revenue, creating a perfect, traceable history for every customer. Now, let's zoom out. This is so cool. On the left, you've got the admin's dashboard. That's the big picture command center with a view of everything. But on the right, that's the salesperson's dashboard. It's clean, it's focused, showing them just their deals and their targets. It's the same system, the same data, just presented in two perfectly tailored ways. See, every new customer, every call logged, every deal closed, it's all generating this incredibly valuable data. But data by itself is kind of useless, right? So let's see how Custofy helps you turn all that raw information into smarter business decisions. And that brings us to the Management Reports Hub. Seriously, think of this as mission control for your business. From this one screen, an admin can dive into a whole arsenal of reports to analyze sales, understand customers, and check in on team performance. For example, take the sales funnel report. The beauty of this is that it tells you a story, visually. You can see right away where people are dropping off. Are a ton of leads getting stuck after you send a proposal? Boom, now you know where the bottleneck is, and you can actually do something about it. It's not just data, it's a roadmap. Or how about this one? Ever ask yourself, what are we selling that people actually love the most? Well, the product performance report answers that question instantly. Knowing which products are your rock stars and which ones are collecting dust helps you make way smarter decisions about what to focus on. And for that ultimate bird's eye view, there's the summary dashboard. This gives a manager a complete, filterable snapshot of the business's health, revenue, new leads, top customers, you name it, all in one place, and all updated in real time. Now, all of this data is obviously your company's most valuable asset, which leads to a really important question. How do you control it and keep it safe? Let's look at the features that put you and only you in the driver's seat. This screen here is absolutely critical. It's role management. Think of it like this. The admin is the bouncer. They get to decide exactly who sees what. Your sales team, they only need to see their own leads. Management, they probably need to see everything. This level of control is key for keeping things efficient and secure.
And speaking of security, let's talk about the nightmare scenario for any business: losing your data. Well, you can rest a lot easier knowing that Custofy has a built-in backup manager. You can set up automated, regular backups of your entire database. It's peace of mind, plain and simple.
So, we've seen how Custofy can streamline your day-to-day and give you powerful insights. But I want to close out with what really makes it a true partner for the long haul. I want you to take a look at this number. 0. What is that? That's the amount you'll pay in monthly or yearly subscription fees. Why? Because with Custofy, there aren't any. And that right there is the heart of the Custofy advantage. It's a one-time purchase. You get a lifetime license. That means as your business grows, you can add unlimited customers, unlimited users, and your bill never ever changes. Plus, because you host it yourself, your data is yours, it's private, and it's completely under your control.
So it all comes back to that first question. We live in a world of never-ending software subscriptions and cloud services where you don't really own your own data. Custofy is just a different way of thinking. It's about ownership, it's about control, and it's about growing on your own terms. So the only real question left is, are you ready to take control?